So today's video is going to be a little bit different because I'm working with a mower that already runs, which is a little strange for me. But either way, let's get up on the table. So I actually did buy this one, which is another strange thing over here. I think what's happened is this thing is not very level. All right, give me a sec. So I had a little momentary lapse of dumbness. This strap right here was caught underneath the leg. So I lubed it. I lubed the whole system. I leveled the trailer, but that wasn't the problem. It still sounds like hell. So we'll get to this. So a couple things right off the bat that I know this thing needs. And my apologies for some of the noise. I'm actually at the storage unit now, so I don't really have access to electricity. So I have a generator running, and there's also a fan over there by the door. Wow. Clean your air filters, people. So the other thing is, I'm fairly certain this thing has at least a little bit of water in the gas. So I want to, not necessarily in the gas, but in the antifreeze, in the carburetor bowl. So I want to pull this out here. Actually, I want to take a picture for my for sale post, because this thing's going to go up for sale tonight. So give me 1 second. Yeah, one of the things he had told me was that it's slightly hard to start at times, and you know, I kind of believe it looking at that. But give me 1 second. I just can't believe I'm standing here using hand tools like a chump when I have access to this stuff. Alright, so I want to see. I just want to get to the carburetor bowl. I don't want to actually pull the carburetor out. I just want to look at the bowl, and I want to also strap this thing down so it don't fall off my bench and, you know, hurt me or anybody else. That should help. There should be a half inch on there. I just need to find it. So I got my tools over here. Got me over here. I'm going to need to get to my stuff that's over there soon. Actually, now is the time I need to do that. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just letting it drain out. I don't know if I'm going to pull the whole carburetor bowl off. What sucks is, yeah, the jets actually don't look bad at all on it. Carburetor looks pretty clean. So I'm going to give it a little shot of juice. And just clean it out. I mean, all in all, it looks pretty good. This is why I bought a running machine. And the price that I got it for, I just couldn't beat it. So honestly, I'm just going to put that back together. I've already ran it. I know it runs. So what I'm going to do is, while it's still strapped down, it's not a bad idea to do. I'm going to go ahead, let the carburetor bolt fill back up. These, by the way, are a great investment if you're doing any kind of line like work like this. Here, they're like $10 on Amazon, and they can save you a lot of mess. The gas that's in there doesn't smell amazing. I do have some fresh gas. You might actually be able to see the can out there, though you can't. It's just past the bag there. And also, I mean, I wish. Let me get my air compressor charged up, and I'll be right back. All right, so this really isn't a how-to video per se. So, oh good, this tank's almost empty. That's actually a good thing. So the air filter, air cleaner assembly is all back on, and I'm just going to go ahead and fire it up. I went ahead and cleaned everything with the air gun, and made sure everything was good and clean. Put the new air filter in, and it's still strapped down, so it shouldn't go anywhere. Runs pretty good. Bring it back up. By the way, I do have a fan blowing out of the trailer, so I'm not too worried about all that smoke. Just came in here. I'm also not worried about the smoke either for a couple other reasons that we'll discuss in a minute. But so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I usually go about changing the oil on these. But I think I might do the blade first. Yeah, let me do the blade first, and then actually I can do them both at the same time. So I'm going to grab my oil can or my oil drain pan, and I'll be right back. Now, every time I show this on camera, I get a lot of comments. Lawnmowers have drain plugs on the bottom. Yeah, they do, but they're also hard to get to. And they're usually gummed up. Usually have all kinds of problems. So what I do is I tilt them on their side, and I pull the dipstick. At which point, I'll let the oil drain out. And I'm going to grab my bungee cord. Give me a second. So one of the reasons I bought this when I did, because it also came with a brand new blade. You could even ask Madam Roy. So by the way, I have a bungee cord hooked to the ceiling, and then to the mower, so it's not going to fall. I'm hoping this blade fits this. Looks like it does. I need a cutting device. I have a cutting device. So I'm going to go take this home and clean it. I really want to do a video on, you know, how to clean a lawnmower. Yeah, this is some thick plastic on here. And I don't know if today will be the day to do it. I might not do this one because I want to get it up for sale as quickly as possible. I might do another one because my neighbors were actually outside doing a bunch of work today. And man, this thing's brutal. This is a universal blade. I'm not always a fan of universals. There goes my fan again. Give me 1 second. I want to stand that back up. So I don't know what you guys were able to see out of the last bit, but there's the instructions. But this is all you really need. It's right here. It says grass side. So as long as this lines up, which it certainly does not. So it looks like I'm going to be sharpening the blade that's on it, which actually isn't that bad. So let me show you how I go about sharpening the blade. So some of you may see something like this on Amazon for like, I think it was like $17. And think, man, that's nice. I can do that. Nah, this thing's junk. Throw it away. I want to do a video on it, but I don't want them to get any advertisement at all. That thing's so bad. Here's what I use. You've seen me use this before. Unless you haven't seen my videos before, then you know this is a angle grinder. That pass on the back is just to knock off some of the burrs. The reality is this first half inch here is really all that does any work. But I'm going to finish this and I'll be right back to you. Now this next step is critical no matter what kind of mower it is, whether it's a walk behind or a riding mower. But it's even more critical on a walk behind, because when you have a blade that's not level or not, what will happen is the whole machine will sit there and vibrate. And I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll explain to you a little more here. So I do need to do some further cleaning in here. No, let me just center that up. But the bottom of the by the way, I have the spark plug wire off so that nothing bad happens here. But the bottom of the mower here is actually the sump of the engine. And what can actually happen is if this starts vibrating bad enough, it'll crack the sump of the engine, or it'll destroy the seal. You can actually get deck flex, which will fatigue these bolts where the engine actually bolts to the deck. It'll do a lot of damage on a walk behind. On a rider, it's not as critical, but it's still pretty critical. And obviously the lawnmower blade is sharp, so be careful with that. I should be wearing gloves right now, but I wasn't really expected to. Now the funny thing is a brand new blade is not razor sharp. You're not supposed to have these razor sharp. So just a little more information. I'm going to grab some blue towels out of the truck and I'll be right back. Alright, so one thing I can't recommend enough is get a magnetic spark plug socket. Most of these spark plug sockets have a rubber insert, which is fine, but sometimes, like if you have a spark plug that's deep in a socket somewhere, like in a well, like especially like if you're working on like Honda cars, oh man, this thing is going to run really good when it has some fresh gas, a brand new NGK BR2 LM and lawnmower plug, or spark plug, which has got to about 30 thousandths, between 30 and 35 thousandths. And you do not need to wrench down on these. All you're doing is crushing the little washer that's on it. And then once it's tight, it's tight. And as you saw, I was just using my thumb. I wasn't like using my whole hand on this. So, part of me, oh yeah, I need to put oil in it. So I'm going to go ahead and move the camera once again. Be right back. You know something? When this trailer was empty, it seemed like such a really large space, and now it really doesn't. Well, these take almost a quart of oil. It's something like 28 ounces, and a quart of oil is 32. This isn't a brand new quart, so what I'm going to do is pour that in there, let it sit a minute. In fact, I may do some cleaning, and while it sits, I probably should have done before. I love this little air compressor, but I hate this little air compressor. It is very reliable, but it's little. And it works pretty good though. Runs off my generator just fine. I'm going to drop the mower back down again. I'll put you guys on the other side, because I feel like that should take more than that. I'm going to drop it down, let it run for about a minute, and then I'm going to check the oil again. So just 1 second. So I let it run for a few minutes, well, maybe about a minute, like 45 seconds to a minute. That'll get it to circulate all the oil around in the thing. And go ahead and test the oil, or check the oil one more time. I actually do like having this bungee cord here. Except for when I was letting it down, I kind of forgot about it. Just started lifting back the lawnmower up. It was kind of funny. It was funny to me, at least. And so, like on a car, you wouldn't want to check the oil this quick. Yeah, it's right up. It's just a hair under the full mark, so I'm going to go ahead and just throw a little splash in there, just to hopefully bring it up. And we're going to call this good. But yeah, this is what I do to get lawnmowers ready for sale. It's like I gotta, get them up and running, clean them up. Normally, what I would like to do, right now, Amazon is I don't want to say they're hard to deal with right now, but they're only shipping out what they consider to be essential items. So what they're doing is, like if you order something like a lawnmower part, it ain't shipping out for a couple days, but if you order like toilet paper, soap or something like that, they do. So I had to go to Tractor Supply, pay $8.49, well actually $8.78 after tax for an air filter that I would normally get like a 5-pack for $10. But I can't sell it with that, The brand new NGK spark plug. I think this will make a very nice machine for somebody. Actually, I never did test the self-propel. But actually no, we did run the self-propel at his house, so I know it works. But what I want to do is, actually, I'll go ahead and bring you along for that. I'm going to go ahead and pull this cover off. I think it is just this one 8mm bolt here. Which, look at that, I already had an 8mm out. And I don't have right now I don't have a 1/4-inch adapter for my little impact here. So I'm using 3/8 adapter. But considering we're not, like if I was using a real impact, that could be a problem. There we go. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and blow all this grass out of here. What I want to do is, I'm going to pull this off of here for right now. I want to put a thing in the roof where I can just drop a hose like this down. I think that'll be really nice. I gotta try to do this one hand. Noise alert, by the way. The guy I got this off of, his grass is so high, or was like he was trying to cut ridiculously high grass with it. You can tell by, and he was cutting wet grass, which is even worse. So one of the things, by the way, the muffler is still a little warm. It's not hot, but it's a little warm. So what I want to do is take that silicone spray that I have somewhere. I want to spray all these linkages, spray this cable, this spring, all these like moving parts. There's the throttle cable, and then actually I can't get to the ends of these here, so we'll just have to deal with it. Oh, I can get to this one. Spray a little silicone lube down. I just sprayed myself in the face. But yeah, so this machine is going to turn out nice, I think. I think it's going to make somebody a really nice machine. And yeah, there was a clip on the back side which is apparently all disintegrated. But get this all lined up. There's a clip on that side too. Oh yeah, I got more I gotta clean out. Why didn't you tell me about that? So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the air compressor and then finish cleaning all this out, and I'll get back to you guys in a minute.